Hello, beautiful friends. I thought I would hop on real quick and explain a few things about the benefits of working with our central nervous system. Science is verifying that emotional regulation happens in the central nervous system. And sometimes we kind of think about the bodily processes all being controlled by the brain, like the brain is a command center. However, they are discovering scientifically that we may actually have more than one command center or brain within our body. And the gut has actually been receiving a lot of attention with respect to its role in the central nervous system and processing emotions. While this part of our bodily system is regulated by the subconscious, we can actually do things to sort of hack into that system and have some impact on the regulation of the emotional system within the nervous system. And this is why breath work, yoga, getting out into nature, grounding yourself, music, sound vibration, dance, somatic exercises assist our bodies in healing from emotional trauma and actually strengthen our central nervous system so that we can better respond to our emotional alert system, and rather than just have a automatic built-in reaction response, have some time to interpret the information that is being sent to our brain from our body. So, a couple of examples I'd like to talk about. I've talked about smiling before. Smiling, if you engage the eyes and the mouth, all the muscles in the face, when you smile, you can actually boost your mood pretty much at will. So, if you were starting to feel like you were in a little bit of a funk, you can start smiling. And we've all heard you can fake it until you make it, and this seems to be accurate with respect to initiating this communication with our brain that we are actually happy. The brain also, in response to that, will send out all of those happy chemicals that make our body feel good and make us feel good. So, body posture is also another area where we can have some control over our nervous system. And that is why things like yoga, Kriya Yoga in particular, such as Kundalini Yoga, are very effective because they use postures, hand positions, mudras, in order to trigger certain responses within the brain. But our body posture also says a lot about our current emotional situation. And if we are kind of slumped over, our posture's not really very well, then it could be that we are holding on to some kind of an emotion within the body, and perhaps it is something to pay attention to. So we can, for example, start paying attention to how we are sitting. Are we sitting with a nice tall straight back, with our shoulders back and our chest out like we're confident, or are we kind of slouched? And if we find that we're kind of slouching, we can actually start paying attention to that and start making a difference in our body posture. And this will actually affect our mood. And it's such a simple thing to try out. It's free. You don't have to make any kind of big investment. Just take a few minutes to notice how am I presenting myself? What does my posture say about my emotional state? And see if you can play around with that, and bring yourself out of whatever mood or posture that you've been stuck in, for a little bit of a uplift. I hope that you find this information helpful, and I hope you have a great day.